You're live.
Hi everyone! Welcome to welcome to Quilt and Code for our July nightcap. We have a special guest, Rebecca. My daughter is joining us this evening, and we have like all sorts of cool things we want to share with you. And then Will, and I mean the Kilted Quilter, and Kyla, the plushy queen, is here as well. So welcome. And the first thing we always do in our nightcap is we discuss what we're drinking. And so tonight I'm letting Rebecca take it away.
Oh, well,
She's the bartender.
yes, tonight I am. I don't really drink much, but I have found that I really like fuzzy navels. So we got some peach schnapps and then some pineapple and orange juice mixed in. It's nice, fruity, perfect for July.
Oh yes, it's wonderful, and it's got some ice in there, and
oh yeah,
it's just wonderful, and everyone is sharing, so it's great. So yeah, so that's what I'm not sure. You know what you're drinking. Share what you're drinking with us on YouTube and Facebook. That would be lovely, even if it's a hot tea or a iced tea or a Coke or whatever it is. Yeah. So what was that?
Water works too.
Water.
that was
works
me last
too.
week.
Right.
That was me last month.
Last month when Rebecca was joining us, it was just
Plain old H2O.
So
Off
The
camera shenanigans.
right, the Kilted Quilter just about landed on his head. So too bad you couldn't. We should make this a little bit bigger, and so that you can see it. So about 4 weeks ago, beginning of July, I had this crazy idea that I wanted to, I found this new website. It's hannahhandmakes.com, and I believe she's out of Europe. The euro is how you pay for patterns and stuff like that, so I'm assuming that. I haven't dug too much into it. I have tried to reach out to her a little bit, but I am going to definitely more. Anyway, so I reached out to Rebecca. I have not cross-stitched in over a long time because it was before she was born. So a long time since I like high school, I think, was the last time
I don't know why you're looking at me. I have no clue.
I cross-stitched. And so Hannah Hand Makes it. She had like this weekly sew-along. And so she was it was a mystery thing, and it was free. And I thought, oh my gosh, that sounds like fun. And Rebecca just happened to be coming down the next week. And so I mentioned it to Rebecca. Rebecca, as you know, here in Quilt and Code, I am very good at quilting. My mother is very good at apparel sewing. My niece does plushies and knits and crochets.
I knit and crochet.
She knits and crochets. Where I was going with this is that if you can do it, she does it. And so if you are, even if it's a dabble thing, I mean, let's face it, that's what our shop is all about. Our shop is all about dabbling and keeping traditions alive and just experimenting with different crafts. And we love that. If you told me all I could ever do now was piece, I would hate it or if you told me all I had to do was applique, I love applique too, but I don't want to do that all the time. Anyway, long story short, I got Rebecca on board with this sew a week, and she set me up. She got all my threads. She got the.
I'd like to point out that I picked up crocheting cross stitch as this looks fun, and I needed something to do, and it happened to be there.
Right.
So I will not claim to be amazing at it or do it properly.
We're just
don't look at the back.
Hannah loves it, but she likes to have the pre-printed.
Yeah, I prefer the counted personally, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Both are correct.
Right. So
I just prefer.
Go ahead and show yours because much better than mine.
This doesn't have this week's on it.
Right. This week's has just come out, and neither one of us have gotten started.
I've been distracted.
I didn't okay, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. I have not gotten as far Mine. I have gotten the pink one and the purple one mostly done. Oopsie. The blue one I'm behind on because Rebecca set me out all the threads, but
I couldn't give you enough. I'm
didn't
sorry.
quite have enough blue to finish, so I had to wait till she came back this week. So I'm trying to catch up. And then the funniest thing though, and then we'll talk about where you got distracted. The funniest thing though is, I always tell you guys you have to have the right tools for the job. All right, so I had wonderful eyesight until about 2 years ago. And every time I went to the eye doctor was like, I cannot believe you don't need glasses. And I'm like, I'm fine. And he was like, when your eyes go, they will go. Well, boy, was he not lying. So now, right, exactly. So now I need my glasses, but I need light.
We don't have much light in our house.
Right.
Good
but
light.
Even if I have even taken to these, like stage lighting that we have now. And when I'm up here doing anything, if I'm just sewing blocks together or something like that,
You still turn them on.
I still turn my lights on. I need light. And so, if you don't know, my son is going into paleontology. And so he has what is this called? Headlamp. He calls it his cave light. So I was getting really, really frustrated because I couldn't do my cross stitching. So I got his headlight because it was sitting right there, headlamp, whatever it is, was sitting right there on the end table. And so I put that thing on, and lo and behold, I was in heaven. Okay.
Well, and you don't wear it on your head anymore.
I know. I don't, but I can't wear it because I could only cross stitch for about 20 minutes. Then I get a headache. And I was like, okay, this isn't working either. So guess what, y'all? If you turn it upside down and you put it around your neck like this, then you can adjust it just like that. But make sure you have the glasses too, or you can't do it. Well, okay, I can't do it. The headlamp. Oh, it's a headlamp. So, so I know there's tons of tools out there, but how much did we decide this little baby was?
$13 to $22.
$13 to $22 for this little baby, and I have been using it for 2 weeks in the evenings for about an hour straight. It's not losing its light. It's not using anyway. I'm just saying.
And you can get rechargeable versions, not waste a bunch of batteries.
Right. I don't know what this one is. Obviously, this one it can be charged, but I don't know. Or whatever. I can definitely refill it. My husband would not get my son something that you couldn't refill. So, okay. So now we need to know why you haven't done week 4 because, wait a minute, there's one more part to the story. And that is that Rebecca's soon to be, I know, long story longer, right? Okay, so Rebecca's soon to be, and I have not even had but 2 sips, okay? I am just like this. Okay, Rebecca's soon to be mother-in-law is her thing. Like, this is her thing. And so, we
dragged her into
it too. Well, okay, we get through week 3 and they both have that purple seashell done that I still don't have done. It's still missing a little bit. I was like, you know what? I'm not playing with y'all anymore. Because they're both, 2 days in and showing me little pictures on the texting, and I'm just sitting here going, I don't have to play with y'all anymore. I mean, like, come on. The newbie here. Come on now. Okay.
You have a business to run too.
I do. So they did give me credit that maybe perhaps I have a little bit other stuff going on. Okay. So now Rebecca is not, I might actually catch up to Rebecca because Rebecca is distracted. So show them what you're working on because this is so cute.
So I found on one of I'm really into books, and on one of there's a bookstore in Lynchburg where they have big, huge bins, and you can basically go book diving, and then you get the books by the pound. And I found 3 of these little Catitude cross stitch pattern books, and I've been waiting to get the thread so that I can do this.
Right, so we have all the thread here.
So now I'm working on one, and I'm a little sidetracked doing that one.
It says, sorry, it's got a little kitty cat that's sleeping. It says, sorry, my mind is closed today. It's just precious.
I haven't wanted to remove my hook because I have my hoop in a really good spot right here for this one. So I'm trying to get everything done in this area before I move it. So I haven't touched the other one.
Yeah.
Also, the other one will take me no time. So.
Oh, yeah. See? Brag, brag, brag. The other one will just take me no time. So, and in the time, I mean, like this week, she's done this in like 3 or 4 days.
I'm not that far along. This one has a lot more. The shells are much smaller. They only take up, let's see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares, like 10 by 10. This is a little bit. I mean, it's only going to come out to be like 8 inches by 6 inches when it's done.
It's pretty densely quilted, and
yeah,
these are perfect for me because
it's all the same color mostly.
All the same color, and it's lots of rows. So
I'm switching a lot. I'm having to switch colors a lot, which is making it take a lot longer.
Yeah. So anyway, if you are interested in cross stitch, we do this, and
New obsession.
We have DMC embroidery floss here at the shop, and we are starting to increase our inventory now that we've got a pretty good inventory of quilting books. We're starting to increase our inventory on other projects, and so one of them is cross stitch.
We also do hand embroidery, which I have the very old at this point YouTube series out about the hand embroidery stitches.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, every single thing about that YouTube series is relevant.
Yeah, I mean it's out there, so if you're interested, if you're not interested in this, there is another option.
All right, so let's see.
Wish we had your dragon quilt to feature your.
It's literally right there.
Right there.
Oh, we're gonna feature. See, like this is why we have.
So I started with hand embroidery, and I did a little. You probably can't see it all the way back here.
A little bleached. Okay. We're going to try and... Oh, there we go.
So anyway, I did all the dragons by hand, and then I did handwritten quotes underneath. So I found a bunch of quotes about dragons.
It was great.
So it's all in my handwriting, which is kind of nice having that. So... And then I quilted it myself. And
with that...
And wasn't this the one where Grandma said... Here's how you do a simple stitch, and then
Grandma taught me how to do a back stitch, and then I did this.
She was supposed to be helping me with the store, and she's behind the cash register.
I was helping at the store. I was checking people out and cutting out fabric. When there weren't people there, I was doing this. I also won 3rd place for it. Not entirely sure what beat me. I'm a little salty about that still.
So anyway. If it can be done, she can do it.
I have a hard time not trying things.
Well, and it was interesting to me because we have my best friend is Sarah, and she does knitting. She knits constantly, like knits all the time, has it hanging on her wrist and is knitting constantly. I was blessed with a pair of socks by Sarah. And so she is constantly, she said her sock drawer is just too full that now she has to knit for other people, but she does it.
She needs to teach me how to finish. I have gotten partway through a sock. I need help with the heel, and I have yet to get her help. It's been a little busy.
Right,
she does it.
She's at the beach this
Yeah, I know. She does it because it's her ADHD. It keeps her ADHD under control. So she doesn't bite her nails. She doesn't pick her hair. She goes as long. Yep. And so I think that might be, yes, I am ADHD. Okay. Obviously. I mean, obviously I have to be.
Definitely the HD.
Definitely the HD. So anyway, okay. So let's recap the month. The month was full of kids. We had kids camps. We had all sorts of stuff happening. One of the kids camps was a sewing for a sleepover that turned into a what do you want to sew camp? The reason why was because one of the gentlemen that came into the sewing camp was in our sewing camp last year, and he had been eyeing this plague doctor for a year, and I didn't realize that that's what he was hoping to make.
He was plotting.
He was plotting the whole year. So he comes in the first day and he goes, when do I get to make the plague doctor? And I was like,
oh.
uh-oh. Okay. Well, you can't make this with one student and not make this with the other students.
Did they both make plague doctors?
And so what's so funny is that he decided to make what is this guy?
Grim Reaper.
Oh, he is the Grim Reaper. And so he decided to make the Grim Reaper, and the girls decided to make the plague doctors. And the one was a plant doctor.
Garden Doctor.
A garden doctor.
Oh, I like
garden
it.
doctor had buttons that had little plants on it. And then the other one made this one. I mean, like very colored to this, very pink, very cute. And we called it the lovesick doctor because this particular student has a boyfriend and like can't stop talking about the boyfriend.
We need like a little plague doctor show with all the different like plague doctors and their powers.
He has a crush on her.
Wait a minute. She calls him her boyfriend. She would not stop talking about him. And I met him. And I'm going to have both of them on my robotics teams this year.
Oh.
Right? Boy, will this be fun.
Is that going to be like Derek's best friend?
I don't know.
Off in the corner with his girlfriend?
I don't know. We'll be watching. I'm going to put them on separate teams. I'm going to have a girls team and a boys team. So I think we're going to be okay because I can separate them and say, okay, girls need to go in that room, boys need to be in that room. Anyway, so the plushie mania. Now these plushies are Choli Night plushies, and Kyla's putting a link for you in the chat. She's got tons and tons of free patterns. In fact, after
the only free pattern on display right now is my manta ray, because the big guy got jealous of the little guys, and I decided to make a manta ray.
Isn't that funny? So
yeah, this is my second. He's just my second.
Yeah, but okay, he's the second. But the Quilter did all the embroidery this time.
I have the fabric for a couple, but I haven't had a time to do them because I don't really have the space.
Yeah.
So.
But you will soon.
Yes.
Moving to Raleigh, gonna have a 2-bedroom apartment, so you'll have it soon.
It's gonna be much smaller than I'm envisioning. I have these grand plans.
She has a castle envisioned.
I do. I've got 12 rooms.
Just plan for a studio apartment, and you'll be pleasantly surprised.
You've been living in a shoebox, so hopefully.
Yeah, but this is only like 2 shoeboxes, size-wise.
So
it's wonderful to be able to get out of bed, turn on the oven. Sit on the corner of the bed while the bacon is cooking. Turn to the right, go to the bathroom. I mean, it's.
I have seen apartments like that in Europe, so
probably for the cost that I'm going to be paying.
Great. In Munich, I stayed with a girl who, like, literally the shower was just in the living room, and we just slept right there in the living room, and the kitchen was in the living room. And there was
it's called a living room.
We had like a TV tray with 2 chairs on the side. Anyway, it was wonderful. I loved my time in Europe. So, let's see what else happened this month. Wait a minute. Kai also, what's this guy called?
He's a crow.
He's a crow. So, but look at the feet.
The eyes are perfect. There's several different patterns for eyes, and I went with the ones that just gave him the most no thoughts, head empty look that I could manage.
He's adorable. And so anyway, the kids learned a lot. Oh, and I got to open up the jacket for the Grim Reaper because, I mean, look at the embroidery that comes on this guy.
He's indecent.
I know. So the embroidery is just fantastic. And he is a paid-for pattern.
Yeah, so is the plague doctor.
Right. But
they're all really affordable patterns, though.
But even at a paid amount, it's
they're super reasonable.
Yeah, and we have
for a set of patterns.
And we have the Minky. Should you decide you want to do this, and Kyla would be glad to do the embroidery for you. So just come on in, have a chat with her. Now listen, guy, stay. All right, cool. So new things happening this month. I got published. So, the Shop Hop is coming up in September and October, and I'm on page 18. with my notebook cover pattern. They have not, you can, this right there behind you, Will. This is the prototype. I'll show you the prototype. This is the prototype. Don't look too close. He changed a lot. You know how it is when you're designing. Probably. I was having Kai and others test, and so I was like, just do this, so I knew the measurements are right and that type of thing. And so it's a little rough, but it's because we were trying to do it really quick. But that's what it looks like, and so it'll carry your notebook with your each shop that you go to. You get a free block.
Can also use it afterwards for books.
Right. So, and I have, not only do I have this size, but I have a regular 3-ring binder, and the pattern for holding all those cards is coming soon. And so that will also go up on the Shop Hop website once I get that pattern written. I am behind on my pattern writing, so I apologize for that. Between being behind on my pattern writing, I'm also behind on my YouTube videos. Just a tad. So I did manage to get my coffee quilt. It is now, I'm going to move you guys over here so I can show some of my coffee stuff. I mean, this is, but wait, coffee. And so in this YouTube video that's getting ready to come out probably next week, I am demonstrating how you can use a panel and a 3-yard book. So the panel, I mean, these aren't necessarily written for panels, but I show you how you can use a panel and a 3-yard book. I also show you how you want to make sure anytime you're sewing that you're keeping your directional fabric upright, or however it needs to go, whether it needs to go sideways or it needs to go upside down or whatever, how to keep that fabric upright. And so that video is coming out, and I mean, just like, but wait, I mean, like, my kids know you haven't had your coffee yet, have you, Mom? And so this is just,
and your husband knows the way to your heart is to go across the street and to the Mick Cafe to
right. You wouldn't believe how many cups of coffee he brought me during that sewing camp and robotics camp week. Those kids were wild. I loved every single one of them and every single minute I spent with them. But boy, by the end of the week, I was like, goodbye.
Farewell.
Right?
Just saying goodnight.
Let's see what else. I think, what else do I have in the recap?
Oh, well, for what? Recap. I mean, if you wanted me to come in there and
I did.
point at the
So, Kai, if you could move the camera up just a little bit, because we've gotten some new cool fabric just in time.
Right.
Yep, just twist. Mm-hmm.
So
and you can move it up. Perfect.
The 2 panels behind us these are 2 of our new favorite artists. Connie Haley has always been one of our favorite artists. She puts out some truly wonderful things, and the puns that she comes up with for her panels are just marvelous.
And we are a very punny family.
And our new artist, the first panel we got from him was the Mountain Sunrise, which is bears. And we couldn't not get bears because not only were they black bears, which are our indigenous bear around here, but also the background that was painted looked almost exactly like it was taken at Mount Mitchell, so we had to do it.
Yep.
But we kept looking at his latest, which is the Through the Forest Light, and it's Abraham Hunter, and we just loved this panel as well. So, right, he does some fantastic lighting, and he gets the light and shadow just perfect. So Kyla and I are going to try to get a quilt or a quilt pattern made up for the bears and the deer. And since the bears are a sunrise and this is a sunset, that's going to be the name of it. If you have any, Fiddler on the Roof fans out there, so or maybe we'll just call it Tevia. So those are the 2 newest panels. We also last month we featured the Forest Frolic pre-cuts. We got our yardage in now, and they are all online. And we're looking at, I think you're planning on we're going to make our own strip set with them as well,
Yep.
correct? So,
Yep. So we'll have 2.5-inch pieces because we got most of the line. And so we're going to do 2.5-inch strips with that. And then, so we have that as well. It'll be coming soon. And then,
Marilyn was asking if you had jelly rolls of course.
yeah, Marilyn
had asked about what?
About
Jelly rolls for
25.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will be working on those this next coming week. We'll be working on those. So,
she really wants to do log cabin because she's never done log cabins before. And she was like, this would be perfect.
it would be beautiful for a log cabin. It would be beautiful for a log cabin. All right, so, okay, let's talk a little bit about what's coming because there's lots of exciting stuff coming. In the month of August, we're starting a beginning quilting class. This is a new curriculum that we've just gotten into, and so we're still playing with that curriculum to make it our own. And Will is going to be the guinea pig, teach it the first time. I will be with him, but he will be in charge of teaching that class, and then we also have one coming up in September. Will's is going to be on Tuesdays, and in September we're going to start one on Saturdays, and Dawn and I will be teaching that class. I really am trying to delegate. This is the hardest thing I am not a delegator. I would rather have my hands on everything than to delegate anything. My kids know that, so they just leave the dishes, and they leave the dishes, and they leave the dishes, and they leave the dishes. Because they know eventually I'll just have to do it myself. So, yeah, I know. Let's see what else is coming. We have in August, the 7th through the 11th are online blowout sale days. And so if you are not here in Western North Carolina and can't come by and see us, shop online. Willard is working on an entire clearance section, which we're going to absolutely just blow out during that 5-day period. And you want to shop through the Fab Shop Hop or FabShop.com.
Yeah.
FabShopHop.com.
Yes.
Because this is going through them, and there are other things available. Plus, you can see all the shops that are available and that type of thing. So if you're looking at us online, you want to be looking at the shop through August 7th through 11th. And then don't forget the month,
Sorry, I had an appointment tomorrow.
I heard that. I'm going to cut you off. I Love Fabric Days are happening August 17th through 19th. And so we're going to do several YouTube videos on just the love of fabric. And so check that out. You might learn something about batiks or that type of thing. Will's coming up with all sorts of ideas that we can showcase during that 3-day period.
That's when you can point out that collecting fabric and using fabric are two different hobbies.
Well, yes. Whoever dies with the most fabric wins. And I'm winning right now. So, you guys have to catch up.
It's a little hard when you buy a shop.
So,
it's a little hard to keep up when you
when I own a shop? Okay, fine. So, let's see what else I'm looking around. Oh, so I am playing with an idea. I have always loved McKenna Ryan. At least I've loved seeing her quilts. And Rebecca looked at this pattern and went,
I want that.
I want that. And it is applique. I love applique. And what I discovered in my mini series is that some of you also love applique, because my highest viewed mini right now is the one extra applique video that I put in there, and that blows me away. I'm having problems with that pattern because I want to make sure that I get the dimensions right for all my things, and so that's why that pattern has not come out yet, and I apologize. Trying to make sure I make it right for you guys. Anyway, so what I'd like to know is if I did a sew along with one of these, or let me demonstrate how I do this type of technique with a McKenna Ryan. Is that something you all would be interested in? I'm like already in love with the kit. It comes with accessories. Like, You know how I am with the accessories. She collects gems for me so that I can have them for accessories. So I can glitz it all up. Anyway, so for me, I feel like I would like to do it, but I would be glad to do it online if this is something people want to sew along with. That would be awesome. Especially it would help me because when I sew along with you guys, I have to get it done. That leaves out the UFOs. So yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Anyway, I would love to know what you guys are looking for, and yeah. And then in September, we've got something huge coming, and that is we're going to start a Saturday sampler. And so the first Saturday, right? First Saturday of the month, or second, maybe it's the second Saturday.
I think we decided on second.
Yeah, I think we decided on second. What we're going to do is the very first month is your registration and you get your first block, and that's $10. Okay, so you get your first block. Okay, and that includes the pattern and all the fabric that you need to do your first block. It is a beginner friendly quilt. This is, and so on that Saturday, we're going to show you how to make the quilt block. We're going to demonstrate some of the products that we have that will help make life easier for you. But either way, we're going to demonstrate how you do the 1/4-inch stitch, all that. So we're going to make sure you're set. You can go home and do that block. If you come back the next Saturday with a completed block.
Saturday of the next month.
October. Thank you, Will. So if you come back the next month,
get it done in a week, and then
no, if you get it done in a month, and you bring it back that next Saturday that we're having another Saturday sampler, you get your next block free. And so you get the fabric, you get the pattern, you get the demonstration, all of it for free if you bring back your block on that Saturday. And it's going to go throughout the year. And so we'll do a 12-month program. It's all beginner friendly, and we'll talk you through everything anyway. So, and then, okay, so there are questions, I think. I'm sure you have questions out there. So the questions, 1, what if I miss a month because I'm on vacation or whatever? No problem. You can just purchase that block either online or you can purchase it in the store for $5. And so you don't even need to show your next block or your last block. And you can get the next one for $5. And then let's see, another question, because we've been asking these questions to ourselves, how this is going to work. So if you have questions, let us know. It's gone live on the website, so it's ready to go. And okay, the next one is, can you participate if you're not here? Absolutely. We'll just mail you the block. And so you can also participate. And so it turns out, like if you were to attend every single one, you could get an entire quilt top for $10. I mean, like, who wouldn't go for that? Not only that, but you have me to thank for you getting your stuff done, right?
Wait, there's more.
But wait, because if you don't bring it back complete the next month, well, then you don't get your block for free. And so I am also your motivator. So I love this. I think this is going to be great. So that's coming in September. And if you miss September, then you can certainly just join us in October. And for the rest of that, we're hopefully going to, Anyway, so that's coming. And then Shop Hop, what else is coming?
Well, kits are going to be on sale next month, and we just kitted up a whole bunch of. If you go back and review last month's live, we showed the squared away casserole carrier.
Right.
We just kitted up a number of those that are in multiple colorways with the patterns, so you can check those out on our web store now.
Right. So all the Christmas and July stuff will end on July 31st. And then starting on August 1st, all kits will be on sale.
Yep.
And that is our sale for the bunny hop.
Going live.
So if you're looking for the bunny, going into the clearance section, somewhere in the clearance section.
Or are we going to do kits?
Oh, no, the kit section for next month.
Yeah, because the clearance section is going to be variable.
And that's only for the 7th through 11th.
Well, we're going to. We have a clearance section available at the moment. I only have it populated with an item so that it's present.
Yeah, we're
but
working on that.
The clearance the clearance section will be completely populated during our clearance blowout sale.
Yeah.
And then it'll be gone. The deal will be gone at the end of that blowout time.
Cool. Cool. Do we have anybody on?
Linda and Sue Ellen.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Sue Ellen. I hope you're feeling okay, Linda. And Sue Ellen, I hope you're also feeling okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with my flash fiction folks. They need to get healthy. And flash fiction is starting August 1st. Am I correct, ladies?
It says, don't forget, Flash Fiction Mystery Quilt 2023 is live for registration.
So we're live for registration. And when does the first block come out? For August 1st, right? She's putting it in, and she's also going to put a link for you.
August 31st.
August 31st is when the blocks and the story and everything start going live. And so Flash Fiction Mystery is a story. You get a chapter of a book, you get puzzles, and you get a quilt block to go with it. And I have seen this quilt. This quilt is phenomenal. So this is a really, I mean, they all are good, but this one's very beautiful. We're supplying the fabric, so if you have,
we're out of kits.
We're out of kits. We have several of the fabrics though, and so we can talk to you if you still want fabric. We can still talk to you. So,
release block on July 31st.
Yep, first release block is going to be July 31st. So cool. All right. Anything else? What am I missing? What am I missing, Sue Ellen?
For our next live event, it's going to be all shop hop all the time. I mean, we are.
Oh yeah. So the next one, when we do our nightcap, we're going to be featuring all our Halloween stuff and harvest stuff because that is shop hop. We love our Halloween and harvest fabrics. If y'all didn't see it on the little Instagram, Facebook post, it's a little, I just sort of went with it. And so that will be featured. And then...
and maybe I can get Kyla to put together a couple more...
spooky creatures?
Spooky stuff.
Spooky creatures. So, yeah. And Kyla is going back to school. Rebecca is going to work and school.
Yeah.
Rebecca has gotten a job at the North Carolina State Veterinary clinic or school?
School. I'm working for the school and the animal lab.
So you're in the research area.
Yep. I'm an animal care technician in the research lab.
Oh, so you're going to see that you'll be able to work with the cow that has a window in its tummy.
I'm going to be working with the mice, rats, dogs, cats.
Oh,
yeah. Fun.
I'm not,
mice
as far as I know, I won't be working with the larger farm animals. That is,
You never know what's going to happen.
Who knows?
And then meanwhile, you're continuing on with your...
master's in animal nutrition.
Yeah.
So finish that this year.
She wants to be a vet. It's going to happen this year. She's going to get into vet school this year.
Oh.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This year's the key. She's working with 4 professors at NC State University now, so they're gonna help her get in. It's gonna be fine. It's so hard to get into vet school.
Well, it's because in comparison, you have almost 200 medical universities for doctors.
Yeah.
But for vet schools, there's 30 of them in the U.S. And they only take 100 people.
Yeah. And everybody keeps saying, everyone, doctors, dentists, all of them said,
everyone keeps telling me I'm stupid.
You'd have your medical degree already.
The amount of people that have looked at me and been like, why are you going into vet med? Well, you could get into anything else. You would already be done with it already. And it's because I don't want to deal with people.
That sounds familiar. And so what do? We open a service shop. And then some days we go around saying, I just don't want people today. Peopling is exhausting sometimes.
People are fine when you cook them properly.
Right. Will says that people are fine when you cook them properly.
Slow cooking. You got to get rid of. They're funky when all that stuff we eat. Just you got to get the Frito out of them and all that.
Yeah.
Slow cook. slide off the bone. Perfect. Yeah.
I know. Well, that's why you're banned from Go. Okay, that's okay.
I am not banned from Go.
See, this is what we deal with on a daily basis. So the crazy. So thank you for joining us this evening. I hope you have enjoyed your drink like we have enjoyed ours because, well, mine's not even half gone yet. I will continue to enjoy my drink. Luckily, we have designated drivers, so we're good. And we will see you actually on the 13th, which might be a Sunday this month. I think there was something wacky about the 13th
Could
this
be.
month.
I know that we got Friday the 13th in October.
Yeah, so
well, that's perfect.
Right. So the 13th of this month, we will be seeing you for a UFO live, and I am ready. I am ready. I have. You know how I told you last month that, or 2 weeks ago, that your projects, that have binding on them, they're more than halfway done. That you just need to do it. I have been. So I have already gotten one done. I'm working on a second one. I'm going to have my binding projects done. I'm going to have some completed projects for this UFO. That's going to be amazing. So Kyla's working on some. They got a quilt bound and today in about 20 minutes. So
it helps when it's not, king size.
Yeah, it was only about this
It really
big.
helps when it's not king size. And you're not swimming in it.
Right, okay, king size you can do in 2 days. So just brag. I've been working on it for 2 weeks. I do this and I do anyway.
You
so
rotate. It's hard to stay on one project.
Yeah,
it gets boring after a while.
We don't stay on task very well, anyway. So
2 scripts at once.
Okay, so Kyla is in the process of writing 2 scripts at once. So
You need to bounce back and forth.
that I can't bounce. I could bounce back. I couldn't do that. I can't even bounce between books. I can't. Yeah, they can.
I don't usually. My problem is I don't put the book down. I can't start a book on a day I have work and stuff to do because I won't do the stuff I'm supposed to. I have to be getting up at 6 a.m. for my new job, and I need to get myself out of the habit of going to bed at 12:30 because I'm reading.
So our next nightcap will be August 31st, the day before the All Carolina Shop Hop starts.
Yay! We're looking forward
to do the Shop Hop hug over.
Yeah. So, and then the 13th is that a Sunday?
13th is a Sunday,
so we'll figure that out. Simply because I need a day off too, so we've got to figure that we might have to do it on the 12th because I don't know if I can do a Sunday, but we'll keep you in mind and let you know. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you for joining me and showing off your cross stitching, and thank you guys for being
the Peanut
Gallery and the tech staff. So Kyla is behind.
Kyla does double duty. I just
Kyla is the one, and Kyla's helping me learn how to do YouTube Shorts and all this social media stuff. Kyla is right there teaching me how to do it, so I appreciate that. Besides Lanny, I'm constantly saying, okay, now I want this, now I want that. Okay, good, you finished that, now I want this. So anyway, we will see you in 2 weeks. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.